Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to GameStar's coverage of Respawn LAN. We are here for the version 34th installment of the event. My name is Kitfox. I am joined once again by Lonjanis. We are bringing you more League of Legends action. It is Faith Age. Apologies in the last broadcast. We were fed some incorrect information. Cough, Cameron, cough. It was actually Faith Age, not Fourth Age, so we do apologise for that, versus Team VGN, but it's okay, because they're here again, and this time we're going to do it even better. Lonjanis, what do you make of this matchup?
I think they may consider banning Zed. That's what I think.
But they didn't do it. It's the almost the exact same bans as last time, but no Darius ban.
Ooh, that's interesting. It could suggest that the team that left him open either really badly wants him, or has some kind of counter in mind. Either is a possibility. We'll see. I would just first pick him right now.
Oh
personally.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's picked right here and right now.
He's so strong. All you need is Darius Sivir, and you are golden.
Udyr.
I don't like Udyr at all, to be perfectly honest.
All right,
but he can do some pretty neat stuff. He clears the jungle extremely well. I'm not convinced about his team fighting prowess, but he is very good at split pushing.
It'll be interesting to see what Act picks here. We did see him on Malphite last game, and getting outdone by Simi on Zac.
I'm not really sure why they opted to ban Malphite. It's not like he was a major threat throughout the game.
Maybe it was the only thing they saw that was causing them issues.
Maybe.
Well, Jungle Main hovering over the support Nami.
Yeah. A lot of people theorize and theorycraft that she should come back in this patch pretty hard. And look, I don't know that for sure, so I'm actually really excited to see that. Well, also good.
Oh, surprises us all and goes for Nautilus.
Now
there it is, Darius as well, picked by Act in the top lane.
Okay, so it could be jungle Nautilus, or it could be what I like to call supportalus. Which is a really, really strong way. I actually think it's...
How good is Supportalus, man?
He's so good.
Oh.
He's really, really good. Good engage, good disengage, high damage. I don't like him in the jungle. I think he's a little too slow in terms of moving around the map and ganking, but his clear speed isn't actually that terrible. So it could go either way. Either way, I really like him with Darius, because Darius, while a killing machine right now, super, super powerful, he is lacking a little bit in sort of solid CC and solid ways to get inside the fight. So Nautilus really presents a way for Darius to just get into the mix super easily.
Kalista would have been a big choice, but looks like Frey is going to be picking up Vayne again, possibly for Coup de Four. More than likely, 100% for Coup de Four.
Well, I mean, if he's still playing 80 carry and they didn't switch it up, I mean, yeah, I suppose so.
And Braum has been picked by Chief Point, so that'll go to Karlu. So it'll be interesting to see Jungle still yet to be picked for Faith Age.
We'll see. It could actually be the Jungle Nautilus. I actually had a quick chat to Jungle Main in between games, and he told me that he wanted to build damage on Lee Sin, but his team talked him out of it.
So it was a team decision?
It was a team decision. He also wanted to ban Zed, but the mid laner said that he had played enough against Frey and knew how he plays. So that's interesting. Obviously, that's just one person's opinion, and I'm more than happy to get other team members' opinions at the moment. But is that a Draven locked in?
That is a Draven locked in, and it looks like Juresi is going to go for Lee Sin as well. And given what we saw last game, he may actually get the opportunity to build damage Lee Sin.
So one cool thing, just in terms of like thematically, they have both the Blood Brothers, Draven and Darius, which is kind of cool.
You just need Garen and Lux now for.
That's right, exactly. And then we can keep it all in theme.
In the family.
Yeah, all in the family.
Noxus and Demacia family as well.
Well, I mean, you can actually feel the full fives Demacia and Commando team. I wouldn't personally recommend it, but you can do it.
Yeah, actually. That just twigged in my head. You can, actually. So it's Coup de Ford now going for Zed again. Very similar team comp. If he does lock in the Zed, he'll be giving that one to Frey. And we saw how good Frey was on Zed. Just timed the Living Shadow and the Deathmark Shadow Steps to perfection. No, Shen? Is that Shen?
Too many ninjas. No. Yes,
it is. Shen and Zed, so that they're going to get that 1 HP debuff.
That's right. It's big. It's a big deal, man.
Could be game-changing.
It could be. Look, if someone dies, like by some sliver of health, I'm going to scream about that, I'm telling you. But I will say this. I really like that comp in terms of controlling the map. That's how they won last game, was better map control. And that's how they can win this game. They have Shen. I mean, he's probably going to swap, but anyway. So, I mean, he's got that ultimate, he's got the Stand United, he's got TP, he can get waves pushing.
Twisted Fate.
The hover.
The hover for Twisted Fate. Now, if Twisted Fate is picked in, that means Juresi will take that and he'll swap over for Lee Sin, and then Macallo will then swap Lee Sin for Nautilus, which means Supportilus.
He's well, I'm pretty sure it is support. It's got to be support Nautilus. There's no way that's like a mid Lee Sin. I just don't buy it. A Nivea.
Mid Nivea could actually work against Zed.
It's a throwback.
It's you would need to be amazing at Nivea.
Okay, so here's how a Nivea works, boys and girls watching at home. If you choose to if you choose to team fight a Nivea, that's fine, but you cannot do it in choke points. People think it's about the ult and it's about the stun. Both very good skills, sure, but a Nivea is all about the wall, right? Her ability to cut off zones of the fight. It's what I was talking about earlier about great Orianna players. It's about controlling the terrain of the fight. So if you fight a Nivea in a choke point, you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a really bad time. But look, they're not even looking to fight really. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure VGN are just gonna look to split push this game again to take it out. Or I'm actually not sure who's Faith Age and who's VGN.
Team VGN are actually on purple and Faith Age are on blue. So see me in the top lane. He has got Shen duties. A big change up from what we saw last time with Malphite. So that is a double global teleport for Shen.
Yep.
Interesting. Udyr is being taken by Chief Points in the jungle. And then we've got Frey on Zed. We've got Coop de Ford again on Vayne. And Karlu swapping out the Blitzcrank for the Braum. And over on Team VGN. The one that's been talked about non-stop, if you've been listening to our broadcast since the start, is Darius. That's been taken by Act in the top lane. I'm a jungle main. He'll have Lee Sin duties again. Expect big things from that man, considering he pretty much carried VGN last match. Juresi, he's got a Nivea in the mid lane. Civic Nox on Draven. And Macallo on Supportilus. Now, I don't play support that often, but when I do, it's Supportilus.
You like the support Nautilus?
I love.
You a big fan?
I'm a big fan of support Nautilus.
It's very cool. Like I'm not gonna lie, and actually it's kind of good with Draven. Vayne pretty much has a really hard time in lane against Draven, to be perfectly honest.
All you need is a slight HP advantage, and then you just land one of those Qs, follow it up with a Riptide, and you've pretty much half health the enemy bottom lane.
No, it's very good. Actually, something I want you to keep track of. After the end of this game, we need to check the damage charts. I bet you the damage dealt by Nautilus is probably top 3 or 4 in the game, despite being support, because he does so much AOE. It's really, really hard to keep up with him, even in support. You'd be shocked. You really would.
Yeah, especially with that knock-up he's got. Not to underestimate Titan's Wrath.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, Nautilus is he's a quality support, and he's so dangerous with the Draven. I don't know. Here's the thing about Draven. I believe Draven comps kind of have to have Draven be the focal point in order for him to actually be effective. And I'm not sure that this is the case. So he's going to have to go off all by himself. Well, the bot lane is going to have to go off all by themselves and actually play extremely well in team fights. Because it's not enough to dumpster Vayne in lane. Vayne will come back. She'll get fed side lane farm, and she will come back. She bounces back no matter what, unless you can mess her up and then keep playing well. So we'll see. I expect big things. I expect a lot of visits from Lee Sin bot lane. And I expect 25 minutes of farming and split pushing from Udyr.
They've gone very assassination spec of VGN, and Faith Age have actually read that and got Shen. They actually picked Shen last, if you remember correctly. They've gone that because you've got the Darius single target assassination, the Lee Sin single target assassination. You've got the Anivia, lands the Glacial Shard, does huge damage, single target, huge nuke. Then you got Draven, obviously single target, and then Nautilus again, single target ultimate.
Well, yeah, but
it does
AOE.
knock people up. It can fall in the AoE basket, but you put it on the one that you want to screw up, and I can guarantee you that that's going to be Coop de Ford or Frey.
I think you're probably right about that one, friend. Because, yeah, I can't imagine putting that on Braum or Udyr. So yeah, I really like the Shen pick. It's more of a sign of again, they're looking to control the map essentially. So Shen, so good at split pushing. He has the double teleport, means he can be there for Dragon. He can push the lane. Playing the map better is actually how Faith Age, I believe they're called,
Yep.
Got the advantage last time. They were able to move all around the map, take towers, take objectives, primarily towers, and that got them a gold lead, and they snowballed.
What they need to remember, VGN, is that when they are going for the team engage, they might see something like it'll be a 3v5 situation or a 4v5 situation, but they need to keep in the back of their mind that there is always going to be a Shen there. No matter where Shen is on the map, he is always going to end up at that fight, and they need to allow for that. If they can allow for that in their judgment and planning when going in for team fights, I reckon they can actually get this one back.
Certainly, absolutely. Here's the thing, right? It's going to be a real mental game for VGN. If they want to take this over, and okay, let's say they fall behind again because of superior map play from Faith Age, right? It literally takes 1 to 2 mistakes, and Darius will kill your whole team. He'll just kill everybody, and you're back in the game all of a sudden.
Days.
Yeah, and now we need to see. Was that the Dunkmaster Darius skin? No, it's just traditional Darius. I'm disappointed, but you know what? It's still a great pick.
Now, we saw Faith Age last game try and invade the jungle early on. It failed, but nonetheless, they still won the game. Let's see if they've got something like that up their sleeve again.
I'm a little disappointed that there isn't a second project skin on the map, because that would cause the minions to become the project minions, which are like little cyborgs, which is way cooler.
Okay, so Shen has dropped a point into Taunt, I believe. It's not showing. It's not showing up on the screen, but I'm pretty sure I saw him use it just before.
I don't agree with that at all. I don't think. I mean, look, it's not a big deal. It's just a tiny little thing. But traditionally, the traditional wisdom suggests that you're supposed to wait until you see an enemy champion before you select a skill. That being said, I'm actually really excited for this game. I think it's going to be a barn burner, and they're not quite on a collision course. But you see this? Look at this. They're looking.
Jungle Main is leading the charge. He's going to catch out See Me. Oh, look at this. It's a 5-man gank in the top lane. Will he get away? He taunts away. Oh my goodness. I don't know how VGN screwed that up. See Me was on a platter.
Macolo, he must be kicking himself for that hook. Just a little too early on the hook.
So See Me, lucky there, is going to get away, escapes the 5-man gank. Didn't even need to burn Flash, by the way, so he still has full summoners. VGN will be kicking themselves.
Absolutely. On the upside, though, right? They didn't burn anything, and
True.
they got wards all the way through that topside jungle. Granted, they're just vision ward. They're just
It's a
trinket
small
wards. Yeah, but you know what? That's good. They've got the lane swap ward there in case, so they can see they know Shen's top lane. They pinged him. They know they're not getting lane swap away from him. You see, when you run Draven Nautilus against a Vayne, it's a fair assumption to think maybe Vayne's going to want to lane swap away from this, right? Like, that doesn't seem